Hey YouTube, happy 4th of July. This is Octane Red 392. Today I'll be showing you guys the attachment points for your headliner for your 2018 Dodge Charger. So we're going to start with the handles. Over each door there is these screws you have to take off. I've already taken this clip off to show you guys how the screw looks, and this is the bit you need for it. This bit is a T27 torque screw bit. You will use it for all those attachment points as well as the two T27 screws under here. In my video coming up, I'll show you how to take this off with a pry tool, and you just use this bit. You can use either a socket, or if you have just a regular standard screwdriver tips that have these on the end instead of flathead or Phillips head. As for these, either side and under the dome light, you will be using a T20 torque screw bit, and these have little flaps on the underside right here. I use, from that same little torque screw bit I use just a small flathead to get in there to open that up. My fingers are too fat, so I use that. And for this, to get to the third screw under here, I use a pry tool. That's it. Use a pry tool to get in there, and I recommend a plastic one. I used a metal one, but I would use a plastic one just because you don't want to crack any of this. This is a hard plastic, but I did not do that with mine, just as, you know, as a warning. You can use a plastic, you don't have to use a metal one. And this, the rest of these, as I said in my video once again, they're held up by the post. So when I say post, I mean these plastic pieces right here. You just, when you open your door, this seal that's over each of your doors comes out. I didn't pull it all the way out, I just pulled it from the top. You start from the inside, and you literally just, sorry, I'm got one hand, so you pull it down like that. You're not gonna break anything. All this stuff Dodge made, pretty cool. It just pulls out and it snaps right back in. From here, you would pull down here to get access to this, to pull this out. Once you've done all the screws, the headliner is being held up by these posts that are held up, that are attached to the frame. And then that goes back in like that. No quality loss, easy to set back in place. Like I said, same thing here. You don't really have to pull this one out, because once you loosen the front and the rear one back here, you will be able to take the headliner down. Also, these lights in the back, they have a small clip on them. When you pull this backside down, just be careful of that. They have little wires, they're not that long. When I took out my handles in the back, I actually took these out first, and I was able to access the wire that went to this lamp. Also, this gets pretty hot too, so I would use gloves for this part. And yeah, it's just a little retention clip that holds the fuse line into this. I just take that out, and it just sets away. It doesn't get in the way at all. And then for the back, these are all just pressure clipped in there. It just clips. You can just pull that down. As far as if any of you guys have sunroofs, this part it's a really strong Velcro that holds this in place as well. It's pretty cool, but it's literally just Velcro. You know, when you lower this down a little bit from this point, you'll be able to see in there, and you can kind of like push back on it. And here you can see it's this right here, and it goes back up, and it is awesome. So that is the intro to the video on the attachment points, and throughout the video you'll see how I'm going through putting the Dynamat and sound resistant Noico, not Dynamat, but Noico 80 mil sound deadening mat in the sunroof, as well as on the actual roof, the ceiling of the frame. instead of connecting it to this stuff, I went to the frame in the front, across this, and right back here, as much as possible without getting in the way of wires or anything. So obviously you can't see that. I'm just showing you how the roof looks after I've done all this stuff and pulled it away. You're not gonna damage anything. Just as with anything, be careful. If you find yourself yanking at something, you're doing it wrong. Everything comes out smoothly. A little bit of pressure is needed for the Velcro part, but nothing to where you need to use. If you find yourself flexing, you're doing something wrong. So yeah, that's it. Hey guys, Octane Red 392. This is the part of my install for my Noico sound deadening mat, and I'm gonna be piece by piece putting it in here along the sides and the back. Alright YouTube, it's Octane Red 392. Excuse the mess in my door. It's been a little hectic, but not bad. So now I've got the piece ready for the sunroof. As you can see, done the back. We do the sunroof, and then I'm gonna get the little piece up here, right up there. So my technique I'm using, I'm halfway peel this off. I'm gonna stick it up there, and hopefully I'll be able to reach the other side and pull this off, because this side will be on the inside of this. So this slides all the way back, pretty much that sunroof slide, a sunroof cover. So I'm gonna stick it back in there. Hopefully it works out. Wish me luck. All right, YouTube, Octane Red 392. All right, so it worked. I don't know if you can see it or not, but it's in there. You see on the sunroof glass, and it works fine. The sunroof opens and closes as usual. Just gotta clean it up. I got it as much in the back as I could, and now I'm gonna be going up here, and then I'm gonna be hitting the floor. So, all right, YouTube, here we go. Back. Octane Red 392. This is probably part 3 or part 4 of this video. This is the front, what I'm doing. I didn't want to go all the way over. I covered up some of the clip holes, but they're all push-in, so they'll push right through. I had the same issue with my trunk when I did this lining in my trunk, and there was no issue. I may cut out some pieces for the corner. I don't know if I want to do overkill or not. I probably won't. I just want to see how this runs. And yeah, so that's the front part of it. The back is partially clipped back in, but literally it is probably about it's just the pillars holding up. Pillars, I mean these. It's just like tucked in here and up here. I literally just pulled these back just so I could work this out, but like it's nothing holding it up besides the screws, obviously, for the safety handles in all 4 spots. And the rest are literally like pressure clips. And the same for the back as it is for the front rear part of the liner. It's just held up by those 2 posts back there. That one and that one. So yeah, sorry about the terrible angles. This is literally a one-man job. I say that because it's just me doing it, but I'll be back with the finished product. All right, YouTube, almost done putting the headliner back in. This is just another important part I want to show you guys. As before I told you, those are pop-open screws. This is the centerpiece, the dome light. So that one plug right there. I'm gonna plug it in to this, and then these pressure clips, 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll hold this back in place and make it snug and tight on the headrest. Or sorry, not headrest, ceiling liner. Hey YouTube, it's Octane Red 392. I just finished putting in my headliner and my floorboards in the front with the Noico 80mm sound deadening mat. Pretty much all you need after you remove this clip, which is literally you just pull it out. If you want, you can use one of these, or you can probably just pull this out with your hand. But to keep the integrity of the teeth intact, so when it goes back in and stays in right, you might want to use a tool. Just showing you how to take it out. And pretty much all you do is roll this back, all the way back under the gas pedals, all that stuff, and then you just pull it out. Pretty much, you pull it back, hold it onto your seat. All this is in here. I'll be showing a slideshow after my video, and yeah, pretty much did this side and the passenger side the same way. The video will mainly consist of my roof liner, pretty much, and how I did that. But this is just a quick shot of my floorboards with the sound deadening mat, and I'll be giving an update of how it sounds and ride quality. See you next time.